High-yield MCAT, have you covered it all? Imagine preparing for a test that covers so much ground that missing even one key area could cost you points. The Medical College Admission Test, or MCAT, is exactly that kind of challenge. So, how do you know if your study plan hits all the high-yield topics? Let's break down what you need to focus on to feel confident and ready. First, the biggest chunk of the exam is biology and biochemistry. These areas are heavily tested because they form the foundation of understanding living systems. Focus on amino acids and how proteins are built and function. Know enzyme activity, including how enzymes speed up reactions and how inhibitors work. Study metabolic pathways like glycolysis, the citric acid cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation because they show up often in questions. Understand how genes are expressed and regulated, including DNA replication, transcription, and translation. Also, review cellular processes like membrane transport and cell signaling because they are frequently tested. Next, general chemistry and organic chemistry are essential. Master acid-base chemistry, especially pKa values and buffer systems, because they relate to blood pH and bodily functions. Know how chemical reactions reach equilibrium and how thermodynamics explains whether reactions happen spontaneously. Be familiar with redox reactions and electrochemistry since they appear in biological contexts. Organic chemistry topics like functional groups, stereochemistry, and reaction mechanisms are also high yield. Plus, understanding laboratory techniques used in biochemistry labs can help you interpret experimental data. Physics is less dominant but still important. Focus on mechanics such as forces and motion, because they relate to biological systems like blood flow and muscle movement. Understand fluid dynamics, pressure, and basic electricity because they connect to cardiovascular and nervous systems. Knowing optics and waves can help with understanding medical imaging techniques. Remember, being comfortable with units and equations speeds up problem solving during the test. Psychology and sociology are increasingly part of the exam, especially in the section called Psychological, Social, and Biological Foundations of Behavior. Study theories of emotion and motivation, stages of human development, and social interactions. Familiarize yourself with attribution theory and types of learning. Also, review common psychological disorders and treatment options because they often appear in scenario questions. Finally, the critical analysis and reasoning skills section tests your ability to understand and analyze complex passages. It doesn't require specific content knowledge, but practicing reading comprehension and reasoning with diverse texts is key. To make sure you cover all these high-yield areas, use official materials from the Association of American Medical Colleges and practice exams. Focus on understanding concepts rather than just memorizing facts. Active learning methods like drawing pathways, solving practice questions, and teaching others can really boost your retention. In the end, hitting all these high-yield topics means you're building a solid knowledge base that will help you in medical school and beyond. It's about prioritizing what's most often tested and making sure you understand how everything connects. This targeted approach will give you the confidence to tackle the exam head-on and set you up for success.